Vanakkam. Hi. Fivecups.com is a smallest company which started in last year, August onwards. We are having this conference. Tell to society in English, in Tamil is Samuhathukku Sol, which carries the kindness and positive thinking is the core and the key area from we are getting the speakers from Sri Lanka plus India as well as from all the fields regardless of if he's a boy or girl or whatever the religion, we are taking all the speakers so you can take a good speech as well as good information on this. So this is in order to help the people who have affected by the COVID all over the world, nook and corner places. So this is a small start, and we are thanking to God for giving us the permission. Thank you, God, and our listeners who are viewing this speech and getting the information or the benefits. So there's one more thing I need to highlight over here. There's no need to pay anything. You need to participate. So it's all free, and you can get the or you can feel the what are the things we are going to do in education life. That means the food and like homes or houses like that. So you can feel it when it's getting started. So we are just waiting for the God's permission to start it. So in this conference, we have started the English version as well. So in this month's conference, we are kindly welcoming our onboarded guest speaker, our respected Mr. Tharend who is the Sri Lankan entrepreneur as well as the business executive and the co-founder of venture capital firm in Sri Lanka. So he's a well-known, kindly, friendly manner entrepreneur. So we are kindly ask him to deliver his speech.
Thank you, Tanushan. Pleasure to be here. I think I have to thank you for the invitation. This is the first time that I've been invited to deliver a kind of a short speech on a Jaffna-based organization. I consider this as a prestige and honor for me. So the topic you have given me is basically the kindness on business. So let me spend maybe next 10 minutes on that. So I was thinking, okay, how should I start this? So the best way I could have thought to start is, now we need to understand is kindness is one of the most underrated skills in the business currently. Kindness and empathy goes hand on hand, and empathy is definitely a business skill for me. Right? There is no doubt that on that, empathy should be and must be a business skill on leaders, and it's been kind of a declining skill. If you look at the past experiences, that maybe past engagements, I see empathy is one of the declining skills on business, and it's basically it's basically a skill. If you have, you will really stand out. A lot of people might not understand this, or a lot of people might think this might not be the correct way to put it, but I do believe having empathy, and I think most people, a lot of people believe that also. Having empathy, you can really stand out, but by having empathy, and please understand, kindness and empathy is basically being nice and understanding other people's perspective, other person's how the line of thinking. So being nice is really ROI positive, right? For me, I've been leading multiple organizations. I've been working for the last 20 years, multinational as well as leading the local large software company. But being nice is always a ROI positive thing, right? But being nice have certain versions. So let me start by putting this. It's important to note that kindness, empathy will definitely win the sprint, right? But to win the marathon, it's not just kindness and empathy. You have to have that killer attitude, go to attitude, ambition, motivation, and they are not to give up. And to win the marathon, the large business goal is combination of all of those. Certainly, being kind, showing, having empathy, and also being nice is part of that package, right? So when you look at it on other way, right? Just to put things on different perspective, just to flip the question, Tanusham. Now, in 1975, if you're being in Gujarat, or if you're being in Tamil Nadu, if you're being in Delhi, or if you're being in some other part of the world, being a terrible human being is okay, right? In 1975, because not having the empathy is okay, not having the kindness is okay. That is in 1975, because because you can always move to a different place. If you can move, if you're in Gujarat, you can move to Colombo and start all over again, right? So that's the big advantage that our great grandfathers had, but not anymore. Now anymore, why should I say not anymore? Being a terrible human being, we can't afford anymore, because information is with us now. It travels with scale, right? Now you do have very limited ways to finding out how much of a jerk that your great grandfather was, right? Very limited information. It dies with the history, right? Basically, all the stuff is lost in the history, right? But so with us, with this new generation, we work with the people more collaboratively. There is more connection. But one thing we need to remember is all our baggage are here forever, right? You can act unkind, you can act not nice to people, you can act without empathy. That's going to stay with you, because all the things are recorded. This is a digital world. Everything is going to be recorded. Unlike our great grandfather, if we move to Canada, our records are with us. People will still say how we have treated them. Right? So business success, you have different ways of obtaining success. The best way is to is to be successful by leading people with passionately and treating them kindly. Right? Again, kind have a different meaning. Empathy have different meanings, and being nice also have a different meaning. It doesn't mean if someone comes and asks you something, you will give it to him, right? I've been the CEO of the. I've been in leadership positions in multiple organizations, multinationals as well as the local companies. Being nice on business, as I said, ROI positive, but you can be, you always have to think about the larger picture and take a decision. Yeah, sometimes you might not be nice to a certain people, but by doing that, you will be protecting a large number of people and their livelihood and their and the ability of your organization to pay their salary. Right? So you always have to understand empathy, being nice on the larger scale, right? Where do you impact more? You can be nice to one person and you can risk entire organization. You can be nice, you can be good to a certain set of people and do well in your organization as well. So as I said, information with us now travels with scale. You do have very limited ways to finding out how much of a jerk is your great grandfather, but whatever the baggage that with you will stay forever, right? So the biggest thing when I remind people when they go on to write newspapers also, whether it can be tech, politics, economy, or life, whatever, empathy is a business skill, right? It's been a declining skill, and those who have it already stand out. That's all true. And remember, what you say and do will last forever, because this is a digital age, right? What you say and do will last forever, and that will define you as a person, who you are, right? You nowadays you don't have time to take a fresh start, because if your records are everything is digitally available, there's no such thing as fresh start, right? In the same time, you don't have to be nice. They are sacrificing certain things on your priorities, right? Being nice doesn't mean you're sacrificing the things that you prioritize, right? When you grow, when your growth becomes obvious to others, some will judge you and some will celebrate you, right? You choose who goes with you to next stage of your life, right? You always have to understand that it's not about being nice to everyone. It's being nice where matters and what is the larger impact that you're making. You can be nice to one person and at that put risk on entire set of group of people, right? That's not the right way. You always have to remember positions are temporary, right? Ranks and titles are limited, but the way you treat people will always be remembered. That's the golden rule of digital age, right? Remember, I told you earlier, our great great grandfather who might be on Gujarat, who might be on Chennai, can do certain stuff, can be a terrible human being, can still build a business, right? And he there and 4 6 generations later, people will not talk about how he built the business or how he treated people, rather than the way the success of his business. Right? Nowadays, it's completely different. You can't. Success is not just rupees and cents anymore. Success is not just creating shareholder values anymore. Success is how you create that also. How you during the process creating a good P&L for company, creating the best revenue, best year from the revenue wise to a company. It's okay, but that might not be uh, the 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 how people define success, because they will have another element coming into that. How did you achieve that? That's also very important, and how much impact you've been creating on other people's life while doing that. That's also very important, and when in this digital age, how people get success. Remember, positions are temporary, ranks, titles are very limited, right? But in this stage, people will always remember how you treated them. I can tell you a few examples to go with the line just that I just positioned. But if you have any questions, just feel free to ask.
Actually, first of all, I like to thank because our very, very so. Give me 1 minute. Sorry.
Can't hear
First
you.
of all, I need to thank because so many obstacles are coming up to the. Sorry, myself. First of all, I need to thank because so many obstacles are coming in this digital world, not only in digitally but also in physically. Because there are so much of people, as you said, they think that they made some sort of friends is a success. They made it some sort of product is a business. So, but in this case, how they achieve the things from the barrier that they are facing up. That's the important thing. And one question I need to ask you, based on your touch points, in some in office environment, you can see that some people are couldn't able to tell, like they have a leader, that means the tech lead or someone. So under him he or she is working. So they couldn't able to name their work out of the lead. So what's your advice to them to showcase their work to the client or the top management? How your advice will be for them?
So here's my advice. Right, I take this on a 2 points. First point is for the leader. You need to understand, if you are a team lead, uh, uh, being nice is not the only strategy. If you want to be nice, if everyone comes and telling you you are a very nice person, for me that also the not good side, right? If you want to be nice, you can sell just ice cream, right? Yeah, it's like that. But being nice is not what you say to them, not what you sugarcoat, not what you handhold. That's not nice. Being nice is what is the impact that you create. You want me to redo it?
No, no, that's shape, shape. I was muted.
Yeah. So let me
That
let
sounds.
me again do that. Yeah. So your question is, I can take it on two angles. One thing is for a leader. Leaders have to be nice, but you have to understand the initial point that I mentioned, right? Nice is uh, not being good to one person, right? It's not about the one person. It's not about the impact that you make for a one person. You have to be nice for the team based on the impact that entire team, based on the impact that you're making to the entire team. On that context, you might not be nice to one or two person, but that's okay. Right? It's about the general low level. It's about what sort of impact you create. Right? If you want to be, if everyone comes and telling you that you are a very nice person, only way to achieve that is to sell ice cream, right? So there is no other way I can sugarcoat it. But here's what you can do. Being nice is not about on that moment. Being nice is about what is the outcome that you make for that person by treating or by directing your actions towards her or her. I can tell you one example. During one of my previous employments, I was a very senior person there. So there was a being nice is also taking risk, right? There was a conversation. Uh, there was two young ladies. They were both business analysts. One is a business analyst. One was a senior software engineer. But their careers, they wanted to move for project management. Basically, due to their career ambition, they want to go on a project management level. But you as a team leader, you have two ways. How to be nice is either you can nicely let her know that let them know that you will not be able to grant them the opportunity on project management because they are not that is not been what they are practicing for last 7 and 8 years. They have to go on the same career path as business analyst as software. That's one way of being nice, right? The other way of being impactful and nice is you as a manager, you have to take a risk. Okay, if I'm going to grant these two people opportunity to go into project management, right? That's a good business call because once you take that call, you are risking your career and you are risking company's P&L. Because if you are the one who's taking that call to give them opportunity to shift for a better career path, that means you are giving a project to an employee who's not expertise on project management to manage that project. And based on that project, only company's revenue is going to come out. Right? So that's a risk. But the two instances that I've been part of that, I took that risk and given them a chance to shift their careers as project management. My risk was these are the projects that proper project manager should have handled. But now I am taking a risk by giving to a good and very intelligent person, but not with the project management experience to the level that we expect, right? So you get that opportunity, and instantly they both accepted that, they both did well on that. Then you manage to change a people, one or two people, basically a life, right? If they were their career path and their life path, their life goals would be completely different if I, as a manager, did not take that decision to approve the career path change that they were requesting from a mother less uh, less career path which offers less opportunities versus to shift to a career path which has a bigger opportunity as a project manager. Right? I took that call. So both went on to project management and both were project managers now doing very well. Now that's being nice, that's having empathy, that's having kindness and impacting people's life, right? That's what I said. Being kind or showing kindness, it's not just you are talking nicely to the person, you've been going and having a lunch with him, you've been going and having a drink with him, you've been actually offering your personal friendship. That's also part of a nice. But I don't doubt that. I don't object on that. That's also nice. But as if you're a business leader, a nice, kind empathy means you're impacting a person in a way that their life is changed forever for good, right? Those are the two examples I gave. So the answer your question, they came and asked for a career change from the line managers, which came to me. Then it was a decision that I had to took. I could have said no, then their career path would have been different, and I could have said yes, risk is with me, but you're impacting a real change in people's life. That's what being kind means for a manager. That's what being showing empathy for a manager. That's what being nice as a manager, right? That's the ultimate niceness, ultimate kindness, ultimate empathy that you can show to to an employee. Someone can also define, okay, you don't allow that opportunity, but you take them for a lunch and explain, I can't allow this due to this reason, you don't have experience, and you can say it nicely over a lunch. That's also a version of a nice version of a kindness version, but not a version of empathy, right? So it's that's why I said it's not the words, it's how you make people feel, right? People will not judge you from what you say. People will judge you from what you do.
Thank you for that clear answer. Because I wanted to mention over here, because of you to have taken the risk for those two young ladies, they were blessed you. So that sort of blessedness will come, and the kindness, more sort of kindness with their from their heart, it comes to you. So you cannot able to anyone who was not taking the risk and giving the
I can
opportunity won't
I can
able to
actually
get
tell
those.
you about 30, 40 stories how I have changed, how I have taken the risk and changed how the lives of the people all converted to positive, and I know they all appreciate that. And I could have easily taken, I had that power to take a different decision, and I did not. And also there are some failures also, right? Not every decision has been successful, but as long as your rate of success is higher than your rate of failure, that's okay.
That's nice. And first of all, I need to thank you for giving us this short time period invitation and acceptance for that. Due to we are struggled with many sort of technology issue and weather conditions and so much of barriers we need to
I think
go.
part of my fault also. I'm sorry. I think you were struggling to get the time from me. Yeah,
That's okay.
that's that's on me.
That's why the unexpected technical issues are coming up. So I would like to thank our respected speaker, Mr. Tarindra Kalbej, for giving us the good speech on our conference. And in order to participate, this conference is all free. There's no need to pay anything. So we are taking the speakers from Sri Lanka plus India, and they are coming up from all the fields. So, regardless of male or female or any sort of religion, we are taking those speakers' speech and giving you the information about kindness and positive thinking from all the fields. So, you can also take part in this conference and get more information. So, because we are facing so much of barriers and so much of limitation, and we are coming beyond that to give you this conference because so many obstacles are coming up. We don't know what and when and how it hits us, and we need to come beyond those barriers. And I would like to thank our respected speakers, and with this kind note, we would like to conclude our speaker's speech. Thank you. Nandri. Vanakkam.
Welcome.